Hey y'all, Josh here today, aka the world's greatest dad. We're doing dad stuff, and it's late fall here where I live, and that means I got to get to winterizing all of my machines that I won't be pulling out until next spring. And when I winterize, I like to remove all of the fuel out of them, and that way the fuel just doesn't go bad. So really I got two options. A, I can do it like I did when I was a kid and I siphoned gas with just a hose and a little bit of intuition, or I can upgrade, baby, to the Nitigo fuel transfer pump. Let's get it. So before we put this bad boy into use, let's go ahead and take a little closer look at everything Nitigo is going to hook you up with when you purchase this thing. Of course, we've got our instructions right here. You're going to have these gas cap lids that will go on all your gas cans, a variety of different sizes, pretty much fit everything you got out there. Of course, this thing can be powered several different ways, so it takes some AA batteries. But if you don't want to use those, you can use these alligator clamps and connect directly to a battery, or you got your barrel connector right there and you can connect through a cigarette lighter. Now on top of that, they also give you this nice little carrying bag, because obviously this thing's going to smell like gas when you're done using it. You don't want that thing just rolling around your car as is. Put it in this bag, baby. So since we're out in the yard today and we're not by another power source, we're going to go ahead and power this bad donkey with 4 AA batteries. To do that, we're just going to pop the back off. Now, a little fun fact for you, this thing takes 4 AA batteries, but I want to show you a cool little trick as well. I'm just going to put 2 batteries in, all right? This thing has kind of an emergency mode, and even with 2 batteries, let's see if we turn that thing on, it works. Cool. All right, so even if you were in an emergency and you didn't have 4 AA's, but you had 2 you could scrap together, you could still be able to pump some gas. It's just not going to be as fast. So using this thing is super simple. Basically, you got 2 different ends. You're going to have this side right here, which is going to be our receiver line, and you'll notice it has these nice little clamps, so we can just stick it right onto the gas tank right there. And then we're going to have our siphoning side on this. We're just going to drop this into where we want to siphon the gas out of, and once we have that in there, we're going to go ahead and hit the on button. Now I want to pull this out just so I can show you how it siphons a little bit. So let's go ahead and hit on. Obviously this isn't a very big tank, so it shouldn't take very long. And as you can see, this thing did a pretty good job. We got pretty much all of the gas out of there. So besides removing gas from things that you don't want gas in anymore, this thing also works great for putting gas into things you need gas in. And we got a big old 5-gallon gas tank right here. We're gonna put some gas here in my truck. And it's really not too difficult for me to lift this up and put gas in, but if you were a smaller person or a younger kid, or an elderly person, this can be kind of difficult to lift up a large gas tank. So go ahead and we can use one of these pre-made lids, and we just screw this thing on. Now we'll go ahead and take our siphoning down. It'll slide in there, and then we can actually screw this right on top of our pre-done lid. And now we're gonna have a no spill situation. Next, we'll go ahead and uncap this side and stick this in our gas tank. Again, we got those nice little clips to hold it in, and we're ready to pump. And just to show you some of the other modes with this thing, we went ahead and plugged in our barrel connector to our little battery pack here. We removed the batteries, and we'll go ahead and do some pumping with that. As you can see, it works that way well too. Pretty consistent flow coming out. Now another cool feature of this thing is you'll see there's a wire running all the way down there to the pump, and basically what that's going to do is that's an auto shut-off function. So if you're filling up a gas tank and it gets full, this will notify the pump to quit pumping. Obviously with a big old 28-gallon tank in this truck, probably not going to happen off this 5-gallon, but just a little peace of mind if you were filling up a smaller fuel tank. So as you can see, the Nitigo fuel transfer pump is a pretty handy little tool to keep around your house, in your shop, or just banging around your car for the next emergency situation. With 3 different ways to power this bad boy and it pumping up to 3.2 gallons of gas per minute, this thing easily gets a world's greatest dad 2 thumbs up, and I say, go out and get you one. Hey, one more thing before you go. I want to let you know that the Nitigo company is a big fan of the World's Greatest Dad's in-depth and honest reviews. Therefore, about 2 months ago, they reached out to me and asked me if they could send me this product for free in exchange for a review. Now, with that being said, the thoughts and opinions expressed in this video were my own, and I always do my best to accurately describe any product I review. I hope this video helped you out. We'll see you next time.